Okay, so recently there's no doubt that Batman has been gaining a lot of popularity. Whether that be about the new Batman Part 2 rumors or even the new Batman Lego game Legacy of the Dark Knight. But with these sparks of Batman's character showing up all throughout the internet, there's also certain parts of his personality that have been showing up as well. The number one of those being prep time. So, with that, in this video I will be talking about the prep time myth of Batman. Now, let me say this. I'm not saying that Batman doesn't use prep time. I mean, it's clear that he's used it before and it has worked sometimes. One of those times being in the JLA comic storyline. You see, in this storyline, one of Batman's villains actually steals the contingency plans and uses it against the Justice League, showing the fact that they actually do work. I mean, why would Ra's al Ghul steal them if he knew they didn't work? And also, for those who don't know, those are just basically like the plans Batman has to eliminate any like Justice League member if he has to. Not kill, but like, you know, stop, I guess. Another time where it's actually worked is when he fights Darkseid. You see, in multiple storylines across multiple different writers and artists, when Batman fights Darkseid, he almost wins just because of his prep time. I mean, sometimes he just wins because, like, you know, he's Batman. But overall, it's Batman's strategy and tech that puts him on top because he pre-planned to make those certain things. But it's not just god tier level villains that he uses prep time for. It's also street level villains like Bane. I mean, multiple times, most notably in the Dark Knight movie, during their first fight, Bane breaks Batman's back, but then he trains, prepares, and comes back and beats him. He adapted with prep. Why did that sound like a cheer code? Oh my god. But by far, the most famous example where Batman uses prep time and beats his opponent is when he fights Superman. A tale as old as time itself. Superman and Batman have had duke-outs and friendly duke-outs since the beginning of comic books of DC. But multiple times, I'll say it again, Batman has won because of prep time. I mean, he prepares by studying his fighting style, making kryptonite suits, and again, just being Batman. But I've talked too good about all of this. Sure, Batman uses prep time, sometimes it works, but the fact of the video is that sometimes it doesn't. Oh boy, this is where the debate starts. For everyone down in the comments, please do not destroy each other. Now, again, even I've said that prep time does work for Batman sometimes, but the way it's made out on social media is the fact that it makes him invincible, which I'm here to tell you it doesn't. You see, in Batman Nightfall, Batman studied and prepared to fight Bane for— Yo, I can't do this music, bro. You see, in Batman Nightfall, Batman studied and prepared to fight Bane for weeks, but by the time Bane struck, he was already weak. In that scenario, prep time didn't matter, he still lost. And that wasn't even like a Brainiac or Darkseid kind of threat. It was just a simple street level Bane. Actually, I've recently been reading the Absolute Batman storyline, and I don't know if I can call Bane simple anymore. But speaking of a Darkseid level threat, talking about Darkseid, in many storylines, although Batman sometimes wins, he also loses about just as much. You see, the character of Darkseid, he adapts, and he finds a way almost all the time to beat his opponent. Now again, like I said, Batman has beat him with prep time, but not all the time. Sometimes Batman does get beaten despite the fact that he prepared for maybe months. And also, when it comes to just like any like major Justice League threat, like speedsters moving at like faster than time, cosmic beings, those kinds of characters strike without warning. Like 1 second, Batman doesn't even know they exist, and then the next second he just got flung 5 miles down Gotham City. Not to say Batman's weak or anything, he'd probably get right back up from that. But what I'm saying is Batman's prep time doesn't always mean he wins. Sure, it gives him a major buff and a bigger chance of winning, but again, it doesn't mean he's invincible. But moving away from all the statistics, why do I call this a myth? Well, a myth means a widely held false idea. Now, when I say Batman's prep time is a myth, I mean multiple things. One of those being that Batman doesn't have unlimited everything. He has limited tech, gear, and I mean just human capabilities. I mean, not saying he's an ordinary human by any chance, but Batman does fall sometimes, and honestly, that's what makes his character good. Like, honestly, just play the clip, it's so peak.
Why do we fall so that we can learn to pick ourselves up?
But with that, again, Batman does fall sometimes, and that doesn't make his character bad. That just goes to show that he's not invincible when he has prep time. Another reason is the fact that Batman needs knowledge if he has prep time. Not saying Batman's not smart, I mean that he needs knowledge of the person he's going up against. And like I said before, when he beats characters like Superman and Darkseid, it's because he studies their fight styles and how they usually beat people. But what if Batman doesn't have that? What if there's no cameras, no people to talk about him? And again, I'm not saying Batman's not smart or not strong, I'm just saying that prep time doesn't make him invincible. But I will say, times when I hate prep time is when it's used as plot armor.
Batman, how could you have opened a vault to which you didn't even know the combination in 3 seconds flat?
With my 3 seconds flat Bat Vault combination on scrap location. Amazing.
Now, don't get me wrong, I think prep time's a really, interesting way of using the character of Batman, but when it's just used as, plot armor and then, the writers just use it really fast, just, skip over something, it's like, what the fish?
With my 3 seconds flat Bat Vault combination.
Yo, that show is, so good, but so bad at the same time. I don't know why I'm getting angry. But skipping alongside writers, another reason why I think this is that Batman can't beat speedsters all the time. Like I said before, when you have a character that moves outside of time and Batman just physically can't comprehend it, he genuinely he just can't. That is literally an impossible circumstance for him to beat him. But then people will be like, oh, well, Batman's just super smart. And you ain't lying. I am not telling you you're telling not the truth. But that just simply isn't true sometimes. But then we also get into the factor that, again, Batman has limits, but also his prep has limits. Even after Batman prepares a plan, that plan has limited access to defeat that character. Limited access? What am I talking about? Limited chance to defeat that character. There we go, there's the word. Going back to the JLA storyline, when Ra's al Ghul stole the contingency plans, they actually didn't work. Or at least as well as Batman thought they would. Which goes to show that Batman's plans do work sometimes, but also other times they don't. And that also brings us into the fact that prep time doesn't mean auto win. People and writers especially use prep time as a way to just skim past one character or something. But you need to understand that Batman isn't invincible, especially with prep time. And again, Batman has lost when he uses prep time, thus showing that prep time doesn't equal auto win all the time. I mean, yeah, sometimes it does. But again, Batman with prep time is not unstoppable. For example, prep time doesn't change power scales of characters. Prep time almost can never stop a character like Dr. Manhattan. Unless if the writer somehow finds a way to do that, you can't beat a character that literally defies physics. Don't play the song. If I hear it one more time, I'm actually gonna Also, when Batman plans out with prep time, he needs to make sure that he executes that plan at the right time. For example, going back to the Bane story, in Nightfall, Batman didn't defeat Bane because he didn't use his plan early enough. And that's why he was worn out, that's why he was already beaten to the ground, and that's how he lost that fight. And also with this, we need to keep in mind that villains learn too. Sure, Batman plans and preps, but so do other villains like Lex Luthor and Darkseid. Batman ain't the only teacher, or planner, I guess, that's probably a better word. And lastly, the use of prep isn't always going to work. Let me break it down for you. So put Batman on Earth, right? He has all of his resources, all of his Wayne tech, but throw him butt naked in the streets of Marvel's New York. I'm sorry. Now, obviously, he will adapt eventually, and he'll obviously make a suit. But if Doc Ock comes out of nowhere, he's probably going to lose. If he fights him, though, he would probably run, which would actually probably be, smarter. But with that puts an end to my argument of the Batman prep time myth. If there's one thing I want you to take out of this video, it's the fact that Batman, he's not a physic-altering god. He's a simple human that, is also not very simple because he's, super strong and super buff and, super tough. That rhyme? Somebody call a Batman. But the main thing is the fact that prep time does give Batman an advantage. But we saw the stats for the Super Bowl people. An advantage doesn't always mean you win. And with that, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. I hope all of you have a nice day or night. Jesus is king, and I will see y'all in the next one.